We did during last classes we did some simple interface for our application. We did main menu. We did we added option to display or hide UI icons, and we did some color changing script, yeah, for the shirt of our guy. Okay, we also added uh, the UI for the NASA picture of the day display. So we've got when we detect our marker, we are displaying not only the 3D model but also the UI for that for the picture of the day. Today we've got Apollo 12. Uh, Here we have a short description of this picture, also taken from the NASA page using the NASA API and the public key that they provided. Okay, today we will talk about how we can add some extra functionalities, how we can add some visual functionalities such as displaying simple lines that will go from one point to the another, and it can be also used to create some minimalistic UI. Okay, 1 second. We won't be able to detect markers, but we are using markers number 5 and 2 and uh, oh sorry, number 1 and 5, and I don't know why the fifth marker is on the first page, yeah, the one with the one on the bottom of the page. And for the fifth marker, we are using the one, and for the first marker, we are using the one with 2 on the bottom of the page. Okay, so right now, I will just grab another 2 markers because okay, so right now uh, we can display this data about from the NASA API. As I said, it was demonstrated last time. Oh, 2 times. Sorry, this one. Yeah, and when we have those 2 objects, I will just need to get it closer. We are also displaying the distance between them. The distance isn't measured correctly. We would have to do some scaling here because that's not 1.5 meters. I think that it's more like 15 centimeters. So after calibrating, we could also do that. But the scale, the distance is basically based on the size of objects. And right now we will use another Unity basic functionality to draw a line between those 2 objects and also to display that line and to update it periodically. Okay, I will just minimize that so that we can so that we you can see it on the projection. One moment. Okay, so uh, the simplest way to display line between two or more objects, is using the Unity built-in functionality such as Unity line renderer. We can find it, we can add it to our object by first creating empty object, and this will be our line container. We can also add this object to one of our markers, for example, the one for the Jeremy uh, or Remy, or how is that guy called? Okay, so I will just add it here. So it will go from the bottom of marker, and now we need to add component, and this component will be a line renderer. Okay, so after adding this component, you can see that there is some pink square. That's because the line renderer doesn't have any material assigned. So first of all, we need to assign some material to enhance the visual properties. Uh, Basically, we can use any material, but the best are the materials for the particles, I think. So we'll use this for the default particle. Yeah. So right now we've got a single point that's here. Okay. We could manually add another positions, because right now we've got to create line, we've got 2 points, one at 0 and another one at and another one was at the 0, 0, 1, but oh, maybe another material. If we do it, uh, so yeah, maybe default particle, but this one, yeah. So we are drawing line from this point to this point. We could manually or add another position by adding, for example, 3 here, by setting size to 3 and changing the next position to uh, that one. Actually, it doesn't look too good because we can't see neither the first or the last point directly. So we will create another material. So in the materials folder, we will create, right click, choose create, and choose material. And it will be our line renderer material. We will use the particle shader for that. So just like in this one, but we'll use other texture, because due to the fact that those standard particle material use some dots with free surface around, it looks like that. So we will just use the particle shader standard unlit. Okay, actually we don't need any map. And when we go back to our objects, and instead of default particle material, we'll add this one. We've got some 3D line. Well, actually it's 2D, but it's trying to be displayed so that we can see it all the time. So as you can see right now, it does some weird flips, because it tries to be in front of camera as much as possible, but yeah, it can sometimes give some weird effects. Okay, let's go back to the 2-point size, and we want this line to go from our REMI to the second marker. Yeah, we will make sure that here is use workspace, uh, and and we will create script that will handle the points in our line renderer. Okay, so in the scripts folder we will right click, choose create, and C# script. For me it's here. You can't see it on the projector, but yeah, there is C# script. So we'll just call it line renderer controller. Yeah, just to ensure that that we uh, just to ensure that the name matches what we will be doing. I will get to you in a moment to see if you can follow, but I just want to write this first script uh, and then can I can check how you are doing with your work. Okay, so once again double click on it. So first of all, we need reference to the line renderer component. So just like before, we will start with the property serialized files, and then we need to reference the line renderer component, and let's name it line renderer. Okay, then we'll need references to our to transform of our REMI or any other object that we want to draw line from. And it won't be line transform, it will be, hello, it will be uh, line beginning or line start, maybe like that, and the other one will be line end. Okay, so to keep it simple, in the update we will simply use the caret reference of the line renderer, and we will call func we will get the points, we get the set the position. First one will be, so 0 index will be the line start position, and then in the next line we will do the same, set position to for the endpoint, and it will be line end. Okay, now let's go back to the Unity. I will rename this object so that we know that it's this point, so that it's the line renderer object. Okay, and we will simply add this script here. So here we've got the line renderer and the component that will control it. So now I will reference the line renderer here. Oh, uh, can you see anything? Because to be honest, with the lights on, this projector looks doesn't look good, and I don't know if you can actually read if there is are references or no. Uh, I think not. Okay, so line start will be at the beginning, and our target ball will be the end of this. Okay, and as you can see, we've got simple straight uh, line from one to the another, and if I move that, yeah, the line updates, and that way we can draw a simple line. We can also change, and as you can see, the points are updating each frame. We could also change the color of our line here, for example, to red or green if we want it to be more interesting. Or if you don't want to change the material itself, here in the line renderer, we can also, for example, set it to gradient color. Right now we've got only 2 points, so we can see only the beginning and the end. If we would add some more positions, for example, 10 positions, and change their coordinates, okay, and now with more positions, the gradient is more visible. Let's change it back to 2. Uh, oh, okay. We could also uh, change the end verticals and corner verticals. If we change end cap verticals, we've got, as you can see, the more round up beginning and end. Okay, so I will see how. Okay, right now we are updating this sign in the line renderer in the update method, but it's uh, it can create some problems because we are calling it each frame, so it generates some cost. So we will change it a bit so that we can use coroutine and uh, and don't create so much overload. So we were using coroutines in the endless runner part, in the endless runner project when we were making some introduction to Unity. You can't give attendance? Why? Okay, let me just see. I will see. So we'll just create simple IE numerator to update line. We'll do it in a loop. So just move it here, and just like before, we will add some add some waiting instruction. So yield new yield return new wait for seconds, and for example, let's do it every 2 seconds, and we'll need to call it in the start. Yeah, update line start coroutine. Okay, so just like that. Okay, here we will change the end cap verticals to 10 and corner verticals to 10 to make it more like to make it more round. Yeah, and now we've got our line. 2 seconds might be too much because I mean not often enough, but the other part is that the yeah. So maybe 1 second will be better of waiting or half a second. Yeah, maybe half a second. To reduce the overload on the processor on the CPU, we can also and to not create this object whole time, we can here var waiting instruction and make it this wait for seconds, and here we will just reuse it. Okay, back to Unity. Oh, sorry, not this one. I mean display. And yeah, and now it works. We could also make the width a bit smaller because right now, yeah, something like that would be more appropriate. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So yeah, in case you are just watching I am uploading photos files to the attendance that is not required. So if you have any questions regarding the product or regarding the Unity, ask me now or want to cut the screen all on the YouTube. Yeah, that tomorrow because I will have to upload few parts. Yeah. Okay, the next thing that we will do will be creating the ground finder for the objects that we just want to uh, find on the ground. Unfortunately, Unity can't emulate Vuforia, finding the plane. So we will add some objects, and then uh, we will just we will just use it to we will just use it uh, to create this functionality, and then to test we will use the we will use we will deploy the application to the device. So it will be also deploying the application to the device, and then we will check if it's detecting the markers and a ground plate. So yeah, to use this functionality, let's go to the Vuforia, the engine, ground plane, plane finder. Okay, we've got our plane finder here. We can move few things from here to just leave the because they will be updated later. Okay, so let's move them here and let's hide for now the line. Okay, so in the plane finder we need to add as an child of it uh, the object that will be displayed there. So let's start with the simple cube and make it like that, a bit higher, and basically that's all. Then we will need to adjust some settings. So first of all, we need to change the version that we are using to the Android, and also click here to add open scenes to open it. Let's click switch platform. It will take some time, but as we don't have many things in our project, it should go quickly. Okay, and now once the scripts are compiled, as you can see here, it's still compiling them. Uh, Okay, now after changing Unity version, we need to go to the player settings, uh, change the company name to the one that you choose. Uh, in my case, it will be just my name. We don't have to change the default icon. We can leave the product name just like it is. And now after, or you can name it simple app marker detection. Okay, and now do build and run option. Here we will have to uh, set where it should be built. In my case, it will be in the temp folder, so I will name it and also give it a name. So I will name it base detect click save, and the building will start. Okay, it seems that my device isn't detected. I will just have to change the cable. Okay. So just a second. Okay, I connected device with different cable and make sure that it's in the developer mode. So I will just check that it's here. Once again, build and run. Okay, few more changes in the project settings. We will use the default as landscape because it will be easier to use. So landscape, okay, okay, and with that we should be able to go. We can also look how our menu would look in the landscape mode. So yeah, it should be something like that. And now we can also change canvas from the UI scale mode from the constant pixel size to scale with screen size. That would be much better and much width or high. Okay, and let's make it in the middle of this two. Yeah, now save. Oh, and one more thing, I changed the default plane finder from that one to cube. And now we can deploy it to the device. So file, save, build and run, and now it should go a lot faster. Okay, and the next part will be from the phone itself.